Brian, you've said that most people don't need encouragement, they need honesty. So what do you mean by that?
I think for me, the biggest thing is, it's really hard to work from a point of fantasy. You have to work from a point of fact. You have to work from the truth. How much money are you making? How much money are you actually saving? What do your assets produce in income? What's your real rate of return? When you work with actual facts, you can start to make a factual based plan versus this wishy-washy idea. I think too much of retirement planning is based on this misconception that one day, we've deemed at the age of 65, you're going to have enough money. No one knows what enough money is. No one knows how to get there. And that's what's causing so much of the problems, I think, with generally the retirement crisis is people aren't dealing in facts. Because when we look at this, I remember the first time I sat down with a financial coach, we went through this whole exercise of how much money I had actually made, right? I had this ambiguous idea over my career, 5 years out of college. I'd actually made almost $1 million if I added up every dollar that had passed through my personal bank account from the time I started working to 5 years out of college. And then after we looked at what I'd made, we looked at what had I actually kept. And after I added up all of my net worth, I had $28,000. I'd made $1 million.
Oh, wow.
I had $28,000 to show for
How much
it.
did you think you had made?
I thought I'd made a couple $100,000, right? I mean, because I'm making I'm making an $85,000 a year salary at the time. I had some bonus potential.
You kept 3%.
3%. Yeah.
I kept nothing.
Nothing. And so once I looked at the facts, and then I was mad about those facts because looking at it saying I'd made $1 million, it was $980,000, and I'd only kept $28,000.
I remember talking to Kiyosaki about this because he's like, your financial is your report card.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, everybody focuses on their GPA and their report card, and that's apparently really important to a lot of people. But then after that, it's like it just goes away. And I'm like, well, okay, so how would you grade yourself on your relationship with your kids or your health or your financial health or your spirituality? You can put a grade on all of that.